Hi everybody, it's Hunter, one of your two old men at heart, here to talk about Embarkation Day. So, you're going on a cruise and it's finally time to get on the ship. It's Embarkation Day, but there are some things that you have to do before you're able to step foot on the ship. Let's go through it step by step so you know what to do when you get there. To make your embarkation process as quick as possible, do as much as you can ahead of time while you're still at home. As soon as you book a cruise through Holland America Line, you can go on the Holland America Line website, log into your account, and check in for your cruise. I'm going to take you through how to do that right now. Once you're logged into the Holland America Line website, you can go to the Manage My Cruise button and you will find this screen to check in. Once you fill out this information, you'll need your name, your mariner number, email address, and then it will automatically bring up the booking number if you are booked on a cruise. You'll have a number of steps to go through in order to check in through the Holland America Line website. The first page is going to bring up this. It's going to bring up all of the names of the people in your room, and you'll have a little status to the 6 check-in steps. So this is the first part. We'll go to the first step, and that's getting started. This is going to be your general information, so all of the information about you and also your home address and your contact information. The next part will be the consent forms. There are 2 things that you have to consent to sail on a Holland America Line cruise. Cruise contract terms and conditions, as well as the safety information consent. When you do the cruise contract terms and conditions, it's very, very, very long. I imagine most people don't actually read the whole thing, but you do have to scroll the whole way to the end to check that tiny little checkbox there to say that you read it, and then click continue. And then the next thing is a letter, and that is the safety information consent. That letter, you just have to click the continue button or the consent button there at the bottom. And then the next screen will be your travel documents. So this is where you have to do some work. If you've traveled on a Holland America Line cruise before, your information will likely already be imported into here. And that is the information from your passport. Those are your travel documents. You'll also have to verify whether you need a visa or not during your cruise. There are a number of countries that require travel visas, even if you're going on a cruise ship, and if you're only going to be in port for 8 hours or so, you may still need to apply for or purchase a travel visa for some countries. The next step will be setting up your onboard payment. Because Holland America Line is a cash-free ship, everything gets charged to your stateroom. So this is the point where you will put in your credit card details, and those credit card details can be the same for each person in your stateroom or could be different depending on your situation. But this is where you'll input your credit card information, so that way it's all taken care of before you even get on the ship. If you need to change your credit card information from one card to another one, you will be able to do that at a later time or once you're on the ship. And then, an important thing, especially if you're traveling abroad, is your emergency contact person. Make sure you have an emergency contact person set up. Typically it is your closest loved one who is not going to be on the ship with you. Maybe your mom or your dad, your brother, or a grandparent, an aunt and uncle, whoever that contact person is. In case something goes horribly wrong during your vacation, they need to have that information on file. And finally, the last thing, and this is probably one of the most annoying parts of filling this out super far ahead of time. We have our cruise booked, but we do not have our flights booked yet. We haven't figured out how many days ahead we're going to be, or how many days we're going to be staying there after the cruise ends. So in this part, I always click not sure for the before the cruise and no, and then you can update that information later. And this is if you were to choose, if you know your flight information, you can fill that out for Holland America Line ahead of time. You finally made it. You can see the ship, and you want to get on board, but you first have to go through security and check-in. So let's go down to ground level, and right outside the ship in Port Everglades, you'll find the porters. You'll be able to give your checked luggage to the porters, give them a little tip. They will take care of your luggage for you, and they're going to put it in these little crates that you see. They're not little, they're large crates that you see. Those are going to make it onto the ship and be delivered straight to your room. Next up, you'll go inside the terminal where each person will go through a metal detector. You'll also put anything you're carrying through the X-ray machine like you would at the airport. So your carry-on luggage or whatever you have in your pockets, it's going to go through the X-ray machine. You can see over there, I think there's a better shot coming up in just a moment. You can see these little iPads, and they will have people there to help you. And all you need is your passport. You do need your passport at this time. You need your passport at this time to be able to check in. You can go straight over there, and they will help you. These work very quickly. They would take a picture of you, and then it will scan your passport and you will be checked in. You can go on to the ship.
You take your sunglasses off your head there? I love how the reflection on your sunglasses. You planned it that way, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, that was quick.
Very quick. It's the federal warrant. You're out there.
Okay, before we move on, I wanted to take a moment and show you this. If you don't do the check-in process that I just showed you at the beginning of this video prior to embarkation day, you're going to be stuck talking to the people at the counter. It's going to take a long time before you get on the ship. Just look how easy and quick it was with your passport and all that stuff taken care of ahead of time. Now we're able to go on the ship. These people have to deal with the employees and getting their picture taken and all this stuff. Just do it ahead of time. See how quick that was? Now all you have to do is make it through the terminal, go up the escalator or the elevator or the stairs, whichever method you choose, and now it's finally time to go across that famous walk across the bridge and onto the ship. This was the Eurodam. We were embarking on deck 2. You can see that this is it's that famous walk. This is when you are on vacation. This is the best part. They had 3 different lines set up so you could go in. This is when you need your boarding pass, and this is why I say print it out. Don't bother messing with your phone. Print it out. All I had to do was show him my piece of paper. He scanned it in, and now I am officially on vacation.